we have the next guest with us. Yes. Sampada Pillai ji, are you with us?
Namaste ji, I'm here.
Namaste. Namaste. Yes. So this guest is special for another account. She's not just into dancing, but she has a special expertise in the visual arts proficiency also. She has, this has enabled her to understand the existing link in all the fine arts and performing arts and also the importance in their lives. She's focused in the fields of specialization with an open mind towards new creative processes. She has strong communication skills, which help her to reach out to students and audience in the most effective manner. She has a lot of experience in teaching art and dance and has been choreographing dances not just in Kathak, but folk and freestyle as well. Her objective is to share her experience in these creative fields with others. It is not just teaching, but sharing that she insists on. She's extremely focused on promoting Kathak, and establishing the Kathak school rhythm was the first step towards it. She has offered performances and workshops to introduce classical dance in a lot of scenarios. She's Parangat in Kathak and has learned advanced level under eminent and renowned Kathak guru, Pandit Dr. Rohini Bhateji. Sampada ji, great to have you with us. Would you like to say something about Guru Shishya Parampara and also about your student who was born in Udaan? Was there any special training, any special grooming that you focused on? Over to you.
Thank you so much. Firstly, I would like to congratulate everyone at Kala Ashram for having organized such a wonderful event. And my salutations to all the gurus who are present here, and lots of love to all the little ones. I studied in an institution kind of an atmosphere because my initial training in Kathak was at Kala Academy, Goa, which is a government institute. And my first guru, Srimati Amala Patkar Suriji, although she was employed in the institute, the training was never like a typical classroom, you know, that your lecture is over and the teacher is out and the student is also out. It was never like that. It was actually Guru Shishya Parampara right there, because we never kept any track of time, and you know the classes would extend sometimes for 3 hours, for 4 hours. There was no binding that one has to leave the class. I mean, she was not obligated to continue the class because obviously there's a timetable given when you're in an institute, but she was always there, you know, for all of us. And yes, it was a different atmosphere in those days because, to be very honest, the first thing for the student to have is a loyalty towards your guru. You have to have complete faith that whatever the guru is teaching you, that is the absolute and the absolute, and you actually do not question. And we never questioned. None of us ever questioned. And we were taught to question a little later when we developed the sensibilities, when we developed the understanding of the art. And then we were encouraged what, you know, we should be asking or what we should be addressing. Some of it which we developed with our own understanding through years of riyaz. So it was a bond, like many of the gurus present who have already spoken before. The bond just doesn't form in a short span of time. It takes a while. Sometimes it's a quick click, of course, but if you look at it, I was 6 years and I was very scared of my guru. That time, Amlatai was very scary. She used to scold a lot. She used to tell us to go out of the class if we didn't remember what she has taught us. We didn't have video aids. We didn't have internet. So I was very scared. So it took me a long time to develop, you know, that special bond that you have. And afterwards, it just was very easy. There were no doubts and things just kind of began flowing from there, you know. I think for the first 10 years, we did only teen tal. So I'm sharing this because of the differences now. When I teach my students now, we've just completed some basics in teen tal, say maybe in 3-4 years, and immediately there's another tal added to it because the syllabus from Gandharva Mahavidyalaya or any other institute would say after completing Pratham, you need to start Jhaptal. So these kind of differences are there, and I see that there is a hurry to do things now. Whereas the way we did it, it was you just went on in that thing. You never asked, when am I going to learn something new? We never asked that. And right now the students will ask me in class, oh, we already learned this, what's next? So this is a little bit of the differences that I see now. And no matter how much learning you can do through Google and YouTube, I feel that if you don't have a teacher or a guru to guide you, to tell you whether your direction, the movement, the way you're turning, or your nazar, or your ang, all these corrections are very important at your foundation level. So you do need somebody there in front of you to look at you and to tell you that and to guide you. So I do believe in this Guru Shishya Parampara from this point of view. Now coming to Mimamsa. Mimamsa had already received training for 5 years in the Banaras Gharana of Kathak. And as you know, my Guruji, I later learned under Dr. Rohini Bhateji for about 8 years after completing Parangat from Kala Academy. And once there, I realized that how much I have not learned. Once I joined her class, I realized that, oh, I have to, learn a lot more. And of course, the learning never ends, but there were a lot of changes in the style and the nuances, because what I learned was Guru Rohiniji's old style in Goa. When I went to Pune, I found that the style had completely changed. So these things I had to work a lot with her help, of course. And this I'm sharing because this is exactly what Mimamsa and I experienced later. When Mimamsa came from Banaras Gharana style, and Guru Rohini ji has learned from Jaipur Gharana, Dr. Pandit Mohan Rao ji Kalyanpurkar ji from him, and Guru Pandit Lachu Maharaj ji from the Lucknow Gharana. So we have a very beautiful synthesis of the Lucknow and Jaipur Gharanas of Kathak in Guru Rohini ji's style. And for Mimamsa, initially it was very difficult to adapt, because flat-footed tatkar is what we do in our style, and a lot of ang, even while doing the parants, and very deep expression. Abhinay has given extra special detail in Guru Rohini ji's institute and her teachings. So for Mimamsa, it was again the same thing, unlearn and relearn. But she took it with an open mind, with an open heart. That is what you need in a student. She didn't ask me, no, Tai, I have learned it this way, so I want to do it this way. That kind of attitude was not there. And she was very sincere and dedicated. And she just learned things the way I taught her. She practiced, because my guru also told me, Riyaz is also your guru. You have to keep doing Riyaz. There is no alternate to Riyaz. And this Mimamsa followed diligently. And if you see now, her style has evolved in a very beautiful way. She was very raw when she came, of course. And now you can see she's a very graceful dancer. She has a long way to go. And if you ask me about whether any special training, there isn't any special training from my point of view. We do things the way it is supposed to be done systematically. You have to focus on each aspects of the art form. Do not neglect any of it. तत्कार भी करना है आपको, नृत्य भी करना है आपको, नृत्य पे भी ध्यान देना है आपको, अभिनय पे भी ध्यान देना है. Everything has to work together. And the key is whatever is taught to you, you need to practice it 20 times, 15 times, 50 times, 100 times, till it gets into your system, till you're kind of so comfortable with it that you don't feel that the bandish and you are anything different. You and the bandish, you're one. That kind of riyaz is required. And I train all my students with this point of view, or with this kind of thinking. Now, the difference is that some are able to take it and some are not. Maybe it's the maturity levels sometimes, and maybe sometimes the seriousness is not there. I don't like to push them, because I feel each student has their own way to, develop their skills, and they will kind of get to it when they feel they want to get to it. I can't tell them that now you have to be there at this point. It's their journey. So I give them time to find their path and to get there. My only concern is the riyas. At least that should be done. And when I don't find that in some students, I'm very honest and I talk to the parents and I tell them, see, this is not working out. And I don't think you should have your child learning, because it's, to be very blatantly honest, it's a waste of time for both the sides. For you as a parent, and for your child as a student, and also me, because I'm banging my head in every class. You're not learned it, you've not prepared. At least get your structure clear. The nuances will be developed with time, but the structure should be there. So I'm very honest, and sometimes it is taken in the right way, sometimes it's not, but you can't please everybody. That is what I have learned. So for me, what is important is that I'm honest to my work, and only then can I sleep peacefully.
Very right. That's a very candid view. And we actually needed to hear that, because somebody has to tell us, it's an assessment. It has to be what's and all. So there's a good side, there's a not so good side. And indeed, students really need to be awake, be aware of whatever they are missing. There are a lot of gaps when we see today's scenario. And of course, parents have to play a big role in that. So thank you for bringing that out. Great assessment, great evaluation. We request you to stay along, and we move on to the next special guest now. That was Sampada ji. We also have Mimasa, who wants to say something. Mimasa is also a winner at Udaan.
Namaste, pranam to all the gurus and the beautiful artists and dancer. My sadar pranam to all the artists and gurus on the panel. I'm the senior disciple of Guru Srimati Sampada Pillai, my Guru Srimati Sampada Pillai. And I have learned so much. I'm currently still in the mindset of absorbing all the knowledge that I've received today. To talk about my Guru, there's so much to say that sometimes you're just at a loss of words. I've learned so much. It's not just in the aspect of Kathak or in art. I've learned it in the aspect of life, how to be the person I am today. That credit also goes to my Guru, not just the student I am or the dance that I perform or the pieces I perform. Everything that is in the present in my possession is because of my Guru mainly. And thank you so much for having me here. Thank you, Sampada.
Great. This reinforces what we were talking about.